Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Elex, Blind. I am still exploring the town of Goliet. It is larger and more densely populated than I initially assumed, so who knows, maybe it will take another hour to talk to everyone here. But I do intend to do that.
Welcome to the Mana Shrine. Have you been sent here with a task? Or are you here in search of a healer? Speak now. Or have you taken a vow of silence?
Your healers here?
Ah well, you will find healers among us. But you will learn we also use the name for those who heal, Magalan. Perhaps not Amric's best choice of name, but we're in the habit of using it now. We cure Magalan from the curse of Elex, and from that curse, we bring the blessing of mana.
Yeah. I'm like, if Elex is as toxic as they claim, generally I would say they are doing a good job. Like, I'm not a fan of their wholesale rejection of technology, but I'm much less of a fan of living in a desolate wasteland as an emotionless serial killer, organic robot, because of Elex addiction. So I guess I'll say you're doing a good job.
It sounds like you're doing good work.
Saving our world. The only work that matters. This is the Mana Shrine, where Elex is turned from poison to nectar. One day, all Elex will come here, and Magalan will be free from its influence. Until then, we must contend with the danger here. The power released from Elex can make the shrine a hazardous place. Please, be careful here. The power of Elex. Tell me, who are you? You've not said what you're doing here. Something brought you here, didn't it? You were drawn to this place.
I am going to be straightforward. Worst case scenario, because it is a game, worst case scenario they are going to kill me and I'll have to start over, but best case scenario, something interesting is going to come out of it.
I was an Alb, but I'm free from Elex now.
Then you are an Alb no more. It is Elex that turns a man into an Alb. Without that poison, you are free to make your own choices. You have told me who you were. Now we will find out who you are. Please understand, whatever feelings are new to you, every person faces that same struggle. It is the struggle Magalan suffers from too. She is dosed with Elex. She has it in her veins as you did. But Magalan does not suffer from temptation. You must feel the lure of Elex to your bones, the power it offers. Resist it. One sign of you giving in to the temptation of Elex, and I will be forced to report you. If this world gives in to Elex, it will consume us all.
What do you do here, other than give free advice?
As I have already explained, I oversee the Mana Shrine here. As Amric said, our hope for Magalan is that all Elex shall become mana, that from mana Magalan will be reborn. From wasteland shall spring forest, for we are the healers of the world. So, the workers bring the Elex to us, and we transmute it at the Mana Shrine. Well, that is supposed to be what happens, but people don't seem able to stick to their tasks.
How does mana help you cast magic?
That we have yet to understand, though we do study it. Even now, Thorold the Pilgrim has withdrawn from Elex to study its mysteries in the hope we can grow stronger. Those who cast magic will tell you that while the Albs lose their emotions closing off their minds, mana opens the mind, connects you and the world.
Isn't mana addictive like Elex?
It is the power of mana that is addictive, not the substance itself. You can see that in Goliet. We don't need mana like the Albs have to have their Elex. And we use a lot less. Most of the Elex we find is given to our seedlings. Mana puts our bodies and minds in harmony with the magic we use. For us, it is natural. The energy the Albs use in magic is torn from the world. It damages them, and it damages the world.
So, how do you transform Elex?
Transmute. We transmute Elex. We place the Elex in the mana shrine. There is something in this mountain, the way the rock was changed by the comet. As the Elex passes through, it is changed, purified into mana. If you bring anything that has been altered by Elex close to the shrine, you can feel it.
You say people aren't doing their tasks.
Yes, the biggest problem we have is temptation. Elex corrupts people as it does the planet. Last week, 5 large pieces of Elex disappeared from the shrine before it could be transmuted, at the same time as Kral, one of our guards.
Okay, I have to pause for a second, so be right back. Okay, I'm back.
What could the thief use it for?
I don't know, but Elex is food only for machines. Feed it to the plants and they become tainted. Feed it to a man and it drives out his emotion. It can kill his soul. I think Kral is the thief, but thinking is uncertainty. The searches for him and the Elex have come up empty, and I have no idea why he would take the Elex.
Maybe. Where would I need to start looking for Kral?
Well, that is the question, isn't it? The guards tried Ragnar's stronghold at the top of Goliet. Kral spent a lot of time up there, sitting out on the main balcony. He's a thinker. While the guards might have been there already, they aren't the best of investigators. Maybe you will have more fortune if you look there.
You're comfortable with an Alb living in Goliet?
An Alb is a man who has become a slave to Elex. It seems to me that you have freed yourself. That makes you a rare individual. Still, you are wise to be wary. There are those here who would kill you if they learn your background. But though it is not one of our written laws, it is central to our beliefs and to me that we should give all those who want it a second chance. If you are prepared to leave your past behind, you should be given a chance. Are you willing to do this?
Well, what are the laws? I'm very interested in that.
What are the laws?
The laws were laid down by Amrek when he founded the Berserkers. But what matters is the spirit of the law. Protect Magalan. That is what Amrek truly intended when he founded the Berserkers. Whatever words and interpretations have been added to Amrek's words, it is Magalan's future that counts above all.
Those are all very terrible answers as far as what are the laws question is concerned, because I still don't know. That can mean anything. That's vague enough to justify anything with it.
What do you do with the mana?
Our mana is everything. It is life itself. It is mana that allows us to do magic. No other faction of the free people can do that. The mana potions we make give us that ability. It makes our warriors stronger, more powerful than any of the Albs machines. But it doesn't just make us strong, it also makes the world blossom. Look around. All of this is the work of our world hearts.
World hearts?
World hearts are the center of everything we do, the heart of the Berserkers. They are plants we enrich with mana. They bring the soil back to life.
What goods have you got?
Sure.
Yeah, that's hilarious how he changed his voice into what I presume is the generic one. I'm not going to buy anything. I still have relatively low money, and I don't know what is going to be useful. I think I do have this already anyway. How to create a healing potion.
Will you trade me some mana for Elex?
Gladly.
Okay, I'm not going to do that either yet, because obviously I can't use magic, so yet, so that's not going to help me in any way. I feel a sudden temptation to jump into this, which might be a very stupid thing, but and yes, it was a very stupid thing, but to be honest, it hurt me less than I thought it would. Okay, so that's full of mana and mana potions and whatever. Let's check the top of this, because I saw it's like a tower, and there's a huge glowing orb on the top of it, so might be interesting. Bunch of Elexit, which I am not going to steal again. Oh, so I guess it wasn't an orb, it's like floating pieces of Elex, I presume? Like giant ones? I do kinda love the jetpack though, I have to admit that. Okay, let's keep exploring.
Hey, watch it there! I hate it when people mess with my stuff. You think the armor in this place makes itself? Well, you wouldn't be the only one, but let me tell you, it's not true. Damned hard work makes it. My damned hard work. So don't get in my way.
Can I get some of this armor?
I am only authorized to hand out equipment to anyone who has earned it. A cultivator isn't allowed to wear the armor of a paladin. That armor goes with that rank and that honor. So, if you want a set of it, you'll have to work to earn it.
What's so good about the armor you supply?
Quality, skill, years of practice technique. And as you go up through the ranks, you're eligible for different equipment. As a cultivator, you'll be confronted with different challenges to a warrior or a paladin. So for cultivator armor, I make sure to give you the freedom of movement needed for working in the fields. But a warrior's armor must be robust, better able to absorb damage during combat.
Okay, I don't have anything to trade for now, at least I don't think I do. Okay, that's Angrim. I was supposed to talk to him.
Another one? I swear if security had been this lax in the days of Eric Eisenfaust, we'd all be clerics. What are you seeking here, stranger? Safety? A new start? Meaning? All those things can be offered to those who accept our laws.
Who are you?
My name is Angrim. It is my duty, along with the other warlords, to ensure the laws are kept and the Berserker way preserved. We offer protection to those from outside who understand that Edan is working to help Magalan. Stick to the laws, respect our ways, and you will find Goliet welcoming. Break the laws, show contempt, and punishment will follow. You will have a fair chance here if you understand that.
Cinda sent me.
Cinda? Is there another problem with food supplies?
She hasn't received the resupply she needs, and nobody seems to know when she will.
Didn't Jorah sort this out? Or has his failure to fix things become my problem?
What does Jorah have to do with this?
Jorah was supposed to have sorted this out. Once more, it comes back to me to resolve this directly. Then, there won't be any more escorts for the deliveries. The last group I sent were killed by a troll. We haven't more men to lose that way.
A troll killed your men?
Good men. I've fought beside some of them. Being eaten alive was not the fate they deserved. I'll not send more men to their deaths. We have scant enough as it is. Cinda will have to deal with this problem herself. Tell her it is time she called on one of the other clans for help. The Eisen Clan will no longer risk lives for fish and meat.
Well, that didn't exactly work.
Tell me more about these laws.
Steal, lie, cheat, kill, and justice will be swift. But our laws are more than that. Berserker Laws tell us who we are. Millions died when the comet hit. Our whole species was headed for extinction. And you've seen it out there. People are doing their best to finish that job. War, chaos, Elex technology. What chances have they given us? Nature. Rebuilding what was lost. That's the only way we can survive. Berserker Laws were created to help us achieve that.
What are the Berserker Laws?
They were laid down by Amrek, who founded the Berserkers. They put people before war, before machines. The only thing above us is law. So says the first article that forbids anyone from preaching of gods or machines. The second law says pure Elex is a curse on Magellan. All pure Elex and technology made from it is forbidden and must be placed in the pit. Our third law states that world hearts are sacred. No damage can be done to them or their seedlings. The fourth law says mana must be preserved. Nature can purify Elex. This has given us the gift of magic, and we must use it sparingly. The fifth law states all free people are equal. All must be given protection when it is asked for. All may repent their ways and join the Berserkers. Now, as a warlord, it is my job to keep the laws in the Pilgrim's name. So, I welcome you, incomer.
What happens when the law is broken?
The warlords will hear evidence and pronounce sentence. Trade without a license, steal or cheat, and exile will follow. Break one of the 5 laws, and justice may be harsher. Our laws preserve us, and so we must preserve the law.
Who are the Berserkers?
They're everyone you've seen in this town, and anyone beyond who believes this world can be saved. Do you want to believe that? That there's a hope? We don't need gods or machines. That forest out there, that grew from wasteland in just 200 years, from seed to tree, we are a new beginning for all.
What do you think about the clerics or the Albs?
What are we supposed to think? They're steeped in blood and governed by superstition. The clerics speak of God, but they worship their machines. And never forget that their blessed religion gave birth to the Albs. Elex corrupts all it touches. Whatever you think of the outlaws, they make no excuses for their behavior. They are out for themselves, but they believe in mankind.
Can't you use technology to help nature?
Technology is an addiction. First one machine, then another and another. It is better to live without that temptation. It's persuading the weak-minded of that. We might know technology is a weakness, but its draw is pulling in recruits. Even now, I know there is someone here in Goliet spreading the lie of the machine. They are preaching that technology will be our salvation. This damned cleric must be found and stopped.
I happen to know who that is, but I don't necessarily want him killed. Like, he seems pleasant enough, and, like, to be honest, to a degree, I actually agree with him, because I have a huge problem with the Berserkers, you know, techno-primitivist attitude, because it's stupid, and it's sort of so blurry that the distinctions they make actually makes no sense whatsoever, because they are like, oh, no machines, but, you know, a wheelbarrow is a machine, scissors are a machine. They use, they use physics to make certain tasks easier by utilizing moving parts and, you know, distribution of forces and all that. you know, things that they are currently using are also machines. They are just simple machines. I do believe that's actually literally the name, because there are groups like of, you know, the very base. For example, a lever. A lever is a machine. It works in a way that machines work. So that's like, I feel like their whole argument, that angle about machines and technology, is stupid. I see where they come from, especially if Elex itself is poisonous, but it's clear that even previously to the comet, the civilization of Magalan was comparable to our civilization, so they had modern technology. They could go to space. Presumably they used fossil fuels, but I would presume they also knew about renewable energy, you know, like solar panels, or you know, utilizing getting electricity from water or something. So they could go in that route.
I was told there was work here.
If you have taken our laws to heart, then yes, there is something you can help me with.
I agree to follow the laws.
Visit Jorah at the pit. All the captured weaponry from the last Alb attack has been stored there. Bring me one of the Elex weapons.
But why would you need it if it's illegal?
I'll get you the weapon.
Follow the law and do service. Those are the only ways you will earn my trust. Speak to Jorah if you have any more questions. Now go.
Okay, I find it to be kind of suspicious, that request of his. But maybe I'm paranoid.
Go and bother someone else.
Another damned outsider. We ought to lock you up until we can ship you back to where you came from.
You have a problem with outsiders?
Can you think of one problem on Magalan that isn't down to outsiders? The clerics gave us the Albs. The Albs come here building their filthy converters. They foul our soil, kill our people. The only thing stopping these bastards killing every last one of the free people are the hooded crows.
Why do you hate the Albs so much?
They take so much Elex, they've lost all their emotion. They're like machines. Killing machines. How messed up must you be to decide to do that? And how do they get the Elex they're so pumped up on? They tear it from the ground. They take plants, animals, and people, and feed them into their converters. Every Alb, every mutant stands against nature.
Sounds like you really hate the Albs.
They won't stop until everyone is dead. It's always us Berserkers who are taking losses. 10 hooded crows on the last patrol alone. All good men. Now, I'm asked to make up my ranks with outsiders?
So you don't trust anyone?
Our founding fathers knew well that you have to be really careful who you trust. They taught us we cannot give in to the temptation that awaits us outside our walls. And they did well. In the end, they were the first to see the deviant nature of technology. No one who has seen a mutant with their own eyes can deny that.
You want to kill Albs?
I want to exterminate them, and every man, woman, and child on this planet should want to do the same. What about you? Are you ready to go and hunt some Albs?
Well, I do feel that generally it has been proven by the existence of the protagonist himself that Elex addiction can be cured, so that should be the goal that we are working towards, free the Albs rather than kill them.
Tell me the mission.
Very well. The Albs have been scouting ruins to the west of here. It could be they're searching for resources, but it could be they're scouting our patrol routes, or looking for somewhere to set up a base they can use to launch an attack on Goliet. Whatever they're doing, those Albs have had a free run of things for too long. I need someone to head out there and kill them.
I feel like I'm probably too weak to do that.
Where are these ruins?
To the west, in the Valley of the Damned. The Albs have been spotted in some abandoned ruins out there. It could be they've made those ruins their base, and are sending out patrols across the area from there. We've had reports of Albs on the roads around there, and out along the river by the World Hard.
Teach me something.
Yes.
Okay, so he can teach me survival skills. What would I want out of this? Because I need to plan my attributes somehow. Increases the protection given by armor. Unlocks the ability to acquire special trophies from animals. Okay, this is useful and doesn't require that much skill. Well, potentially useful, I imagine. Much as in Gothic, where if you got it early, the ability to skin animals, for example, you could get a lot of money out of it. So it needs intelligence and dexterity. Extra hit points. Give additional hit points with each level. Okay, this is great. I might go with this, with each level. So if I take it early, I think this is going to give me a good return. Permanently increases stamina. So I need 30 constitution for that. I do have some attribute points to spend, actually. Where was it again? 30 constitution, you say? Okay, so I'll go to 20 for now. Apply. There are a lot of skills. Increases hand grenade damage. I do have some grenades, actually. Oh, and it shows me with an exclamation mark which skills I can learn at a given moment. Chemistry, create chems and potions. This could be useful as well. Okay, and those are skills related to a particular guild. Berserker, Outlaw, and Cleric. I don't know yet what guild am I going to join. As I said, I would like to meet all of them and listen to all of their arguments.
Stay alert out there.
What goods have you got?
Understood.
Okay, it's all very expensive. I'm not going to buy anything. I'll rely on the loot that I find, at least for the beginning of the game.
You'll have to deal with things yourself. I can't help you right now. No, you won't get my help right now.
Is this a way out of town? Or are there still people living here? Nope, I think it exits Goliet, but there was supposed to be an old world building on the top of the settlement where their leader lives, or something like that. And there's indeed like a transmission tower, which I will fly to the top of that, because the last one actually had some loot. So it might be prudent to check it out. But where's the building? Oh, I guess maybe it's that, because it's there were some concrete stairs down there.
Not now.
Okay, that didn't exactly go smoothly. Oh, come on! Come on! Now, where's my last save is the question. I try clicking a quick save, you know, every so often, but... Okay, it's just right here. So I guess I haven't really lost that much. I'll kill that you know what? I'll just refrain from going out yet. I will explore the rest of this. Yeah, that definitely looks like an old world building. Looks like I don't know, a jail or a police station with like holding cells. Interesting. But where's the transmission tower that I saw? Oh, this way. Okay. Because I am interested in checking that out, and I'm supposed to investigate their leader's place anyway for the Elex thief.
I'm sorry. Unless this is official business, you should move on.
Wait. Okay, there's a transmission tower there, but where is their leader's building? There was supposed to be a staircase. Well, maybe not a staircase, but they were saying he lives on the top of the town.
I don't have any time right now.
Okay, that doesn't look like a building, much less like anyone's actual home. But there is a sizable old world building here, so that's presumably the leader's quarters. But I do want to check out this. Do I have enough juice to go up there? It's pretty badass of him to be able to stand on barbed wire. I think there's something actually on the bottom here. Electronic scrap. Okay, maybe useful for crafting and the like. Okay, can I actually float up there? Is the question. And the answer is, I actually have no idea. It might be too high. But come on, it's just standing here taunting me with its existence. I really hope there's something up there. Just something small, you know? Something to give me a sort of Pavlovian... Pavlovian reward of sorts for getting up here. And indeed there is electronic scrap, healing potion, a quiver with some arrows. Sure, that's actually quite decent. The bow is not a bad weapon, so more ammunition for that is definitely welcome. Ominous note, you say. Strange note about Fred. Fred was here. Message for posterity. Okay, I have no idea what that means, but I got 10 experience out of that. Which I totally don't mind. And once again, there are some grenades, which, to be honest, I should probably try to equip. Detonates an impact, explosive grenade, fragmentation grenade. I cannot use this, but I can use this, right? So I should probably quick slot that. Seemingly I can't, which is interesting. Z should be quick slot. Maybe there's a shortcut for grenades specifically. Okay, finally. Maybe Fred is the one that's leaving freaking grenades on the very top of transmission towers. Because as I said last time, that's not exactly a sensible hiding place for equipment. Okay, let's finally get into this building right here. Which seems to be a pre-cataclysm villa of sorts. Like this presumably was a swimming pool once in the day. Book of Stories. Albs. Lost, he walks through the world devoid of emotion. All that governs him is cold reason. In this way, he is a unique being that has nothing to live for. His logic denies him humanity, his emotion lost. There is nothing to return him to what he once was. He does not recognize the choice that has been taken from him, his principles replaced by a single rule of logic. Having reached this height, he sees himself as supernatural, superhuman, the highest of all beings on Magala. A Berserker book about the Albs. Okay. Now the guy that's accused of stealing the Elex was supposedly he liked sitting on the balcony, so I should take a look there. But Chambermaid's journal, an old journal from the hotel in Goliet. What the rich people do here is always interesting. They are always up to something. For example, I smelled perfume while cleaning Mr. Kenningston's room. He must have made the acquaintance of a lady, not just in the air but on the sheets too. Mr. Kingston took me aside today and asked if he could take some flowers. If I could take some flowers to room 9. They are for Miss Daisy, and he also gave me a small card. She is definitely his lover. She isn't any prettier than I am, and constantly miserable, but men flock to her. I threw the flowers in the garbage. It's all so unreal. The last few days have been a nightmare. There is nobody who can stop this nonsense. Mr. Kingston has locked himself in the bar with some other men. They completely cleaned the place out. The shouting and fighting started a few hours ago. A few hours later, and I hid myself in an empty room. Nobody knows what is going on out there. They say we are in the best place if anything happens, but I'm not sure. It feels very remote, and people are already taking the law into their own hands. I'm not sure where that was. Was that... See, you know, the Cataclysm seems like a single... relatively quick event that has destroyed civilization, so I wouldn't think there would be still functional hotels and people just having romances after it happened. But they were... What was she talking about when talking about how people are taking things into their own hands? Like, it sounded as if she was talking about a period of lawlessness, which would, result from the civilization crumbling or something. Old world list from an evening menu. Room 7 for 2 people, James B. For 1 person, Ernst B. Patrick J. Charles Adams. Okay, not sure how that helps me, if at all.
No, I'm not good enough for that.
Okay, let me go back to... I guess there are still some balconies to inspect. Infinite Skies Corporation advertisement. Are you young, fit and healthy? Are you looking for a new exciting opportunity? Visit our processing center to learn more about what we can offer you. Infinite skies for a better future. Well, clearly a better future has not materialized for the world. Although somebody has died on the crapper, which is both a little embarrassing and also strangely comforting. Like there are worse places to die at than the crapper in my mind. Hotel ruins of Goliet. Wait, was I in this part of the... How did I not see this? Was I here?
Another time, yeah? You'd better not try anything.
You should leave, okay?
Go and find a trader. They'll talk to you.
Okay, I was not here, straight up, because I have never talked to this guy.
Welcome, incomer. I hope you are being treated well. Goliet has always opened its doors to those who need shelter. But these are hard times, and war grows suspicions. As for me, I think the free people should work together in this war with the Albs.
Will I have trouble here?
It will mostly be talk. People gossip about incomers. If you want the people here to trust you, then help them. Once they do, they will open their doors to you. You will have a place to stay. A chance to become one of us. And they will likely reward you for your trouble. We Berserkers believe in second chances. It's your choice whether you take that chance or not.
What can you teach me?
Teach me something.
Sure.
Combat skills, okay. I can learn how to use grenades. Do I want to? Okay, I do want to do this kind of jetpack attack. Interesting. But I have not that much money for now, so I will just keep what I have.
Who are you?
I am Cormag, warlord of the Hammer Clan. Each of the clans has its own calling, and ours is magic. A gift given to us in our time of need. Proof that this planet needed a guardian, and that it chose us. We can channel power through our bodies, and battle the machines of the clerics. The power mana gives us seems limitless. And yet, it seems so normal now, doesn't it? It's hard to remember that magic is only a generation old. We have only just started our study of it. And the Hammer Clan has made that study our purpose.
What do you think about your laws?
Our laws bind us. They tell us who we are. How we interpret them, that is where we can do better. Death and exile shouldn't be the only sentences. There should be reward in repentance. Leniency could save us valuable people.
You think other berserkers are too harsh?
Dedicated, not harsh. And sometimes dedication can blind us to other ways of thinking. Just imagine, if we berserkers could enhance the cleric's energy weapons, or the outlaws' explosives with the power of mana, who could stop us then? Now, Angrim would say that giving into technology would destroy us. But I wonder whether holding on to the laws too tightly would do the same. After all, there were those who tried to stop using magic. They said it was against nature. Now magic is all that defends it. Whatever my thoughts, the laws we have now are the ones we must follow.
This guy is certainly onto something.
Are there problems between the clans?
Give any group a name and they'll use it as a cause for argument with others. But, while there are always differences, we are all berserkers. Anyone who forgets that needs a swift reminder of their true allegiance.
You have traitors here?
Not traitors. Troublemakers. People whose mouths move faster than their minds. You think we should use the law to silence anyone who thinks differently? I say they need to be convinced that our cause is best served if we work together. I've been saying that over and over, but it seems some people have stopped listening.
Okay, this guy seems very reasonable.
Maybe they would listen to me.
Perhaps. You could do me a favor and talk to Elder. He's been speaking out against the Eisen Clan. But I'm not sure of the reason behind his anger. You will find him living with the other cultivators down in the cultivator house. I'd be grateful if you can find out the reason he's upset, before this bad feeling escalates into something else.
Okay. We somehow overlooked this entire part of the village.
You should talk to someone else. I can't help you.
And there is Duras here as well. Now the one that originally brought me to Goliet. So where does it go? If I go down here.
I'm sorry. Unless this is official business, you should move on. I don't have the shard, so that's not gonna happen. Not now.
We need May the sun shine on you.
Okay, so that's where the healer was. So I guess I was here, and I went this way to the mana shrine instead of here. So that should cover the entire town, apart from the headquarters of the leader themselves. But once again, I've spent an hour here, and I'm not done. So I'm going to save and end it for now. I'll continue next time. So let's save over here. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.